Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison has been arrested on a DUI charge in Los Angeles. Now, his training camp is just around the corner, so we're going to talk about his career and the team season because, man, this is crazy. This is a black eye for the Minnesota Vikings right now, and we're going to talk about it. This is Power Grind Sports, where we're dedicated to the grind and dedicated to you. That's why we do what we do. We talk about the biggest names in sports and entertainment. This is what's hot in the world of sports. First and foremost, I want to encourage you to turn your dedication into domination. I'm giving you positive energy and information, delivering certified hip-hop sports, motivation, and entertainment. We are jumping into the world of football right now. And man, Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison was arrested on a Friday night in Southern California and is being charged with driving under the influence. Now, this arrest happened around 11 p.m. near the Los Angeles International Airport. Now, Addison, he was reportedly found asleep at the wheel now. He was found asleep in a white Rolls Royce, and this Rolls Royce was blocking a freeway lane. Now, they completed a DUI investigation, right? And then they arrested Addison around 11:30 p.m. And then he was released from jail 2 hours later, right? Now, according to the details of this whole incident, right, the police report now indicated that he was asleep behind the wheel and he was obstructing traffic, leading to his arrest for suspicion of drunk driving. Now, the Vikings, they quickly acknowledged the incident. They pushed out a statement. They was like, look, man, we are aware of Jordan Addison's arrest, and we are currently gathering information regarding the incident, et cetera, right? And I'm just shaking my head. I'm just like, man, how you got this? You're driving a $500,000 car. One of the best built cars on the planet. You are an NFL star, and you can't think in your mind, let me have somebody to drive my Rolls Royce. Let me take a Uber. You can't even think that in your mind. Like, I don't understand how you get to the pros and then you do this type of stuff. It just shows you the troubling pattern of behavior with this guy. Now, the reason why I say that is because this is not Addison's first driving-related issue since he joined the Minnesota Vikings in July of 2023, right? He was cited for reckless driving. He was clocked at driving 140 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone. Did you hear what I just told you? 140 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone. He was in Minneapolis. Now, I don't know what the Minneapolis Police Department are doing, but man, it's something. He wasn't even arrested. You got what I'm saying? Now, what happened though, he wasn't arrested, right? And then he pleaded guilty to misdemeanor speeding. He paid a fine, and boom, he just pushed it on. And I'm just like, dang, dude. Now, this is what I want you to think about. This guy is so talented. Started a college football career in Pittsburgh, right? Now, he recorded 1,593 yards on 100 catches. Did you hear what I just said? He earned an award as the nation's top wide receiver during his sophomore year. Then he transferred to USC, right? And finished out the season, right? He played along Chicago Bears quarterback Caleb Williams. Now, he got selected as the 23rd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. Now, during his rookie season, he racked up 911 receiving yards. He was third on the team behind Justin Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson and scored 10 touchdowns. Now, this is a very strong performance. Now, of course, the Vikings, they still finished the season 7-10, but it just is what it is. They missed the playoffs for the third time in 4 years, but we're not talking about that right now. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just looking at this guy like, what are you doing? If you're not there, it's going to have a significant impact on the Vikings. What are you thinking, man? And I'm telling you, it's ridiculous because the timing of this incident couldn't be worse because the Vikings are set to open training camp July 27th of 2024. So now this dude gets arrested and is raising all types of concerns about his reliability and about his judgment. This is jeopardizing the Minnesota Vikings. So now I don't know what the Vikings are going to do, but they got to make a decision on how they're going to handle this situation. Because guess what? They have invested a significant amount into him. He is a promising talent for the Minnesota Vikings. So they done invested all of this time, money, resources into his talent. But guess what? They still have to have a discipline. They still have to show that they discipline individuals who violate the rules and regulations that have been established. I'm telling you, man, it really gets on my nerves because, a lot of NFL teams are known for their zero tolerance policies, especially as it applies to off-field misconduct. And then this guy is getting a DUI driving under the influence. Come on, man. It just really gets on my nerves, man. So now with Jordan Addison's arrest for this DUI situation and then just showing a pattern, I'm going to call it a troubling pattern of reckless behavior. This is going to impact his NFL career. If the Minnesota Vikings throw him away, who's going to want this guy? And I'm not understanding who is close to this guy and what's going into his thinking. I try to get into the mind of these players and try to analyze their thought pattern and their thought process, but I can't justify his behavior. This behavior is completely atrocious. It's disgusting. It just does not make sense. And I'm very angry because the dude he on fire. That's why he's on what's hot in the world of sports. This guy is on fire. He got all the potential in the world. And then he's doing this crazy stuff. Man, I'm very troubled. You got what I'm saying? So I know the Minnesota Vikings, they say, we're going to gather more information and they need to weigh their options carefully. And, they got to balance the disciplinary action with the need to support a super talented player who maybe he needs guidance. Maybe he needs intervention. Because sometimes the first thing we think is to penalize. But this may be a cry for help. He didn't hurt anyone. He didn't hurt himself. So maybe this can be his redemption story right here. So I don't know what the outcome of this situation is going to be. But, man, I'm telling you, I know it's going to have a major impact on the Minnesota Vikings. So I don't know what this guy's future is going to look like in the NFL league. But, man, he really needs to get it together. And I hope he does get it together. People need a second chance. I'm not saying that he needs a second chance. Because what I will say is this. If you are a person that's driving under the influence and you get into an accident while you're under the influence and you harm one of my family members, I won't have any mercy and any sympathy for you. And since I'm an individual that don't really have a lot of confidence in the criminal justice system, I'm going to be massively angry. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. Because, that's just how it is. I just don't believe that, the criminal justice system as it applies to certain people, I just don't feel like it works. I just don't feel like the criminal justice system helps certain people. For some, it's perfect. But some, it's just not so perfect. So if you harm my family member, then, man, it's just gonna be a sad face for all parties involved. So like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen with his situation, but Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison, let me know in the comment section, what do you think about him being arrested on DUI charges in Los Angeles, making his second driving related incident since he joined the Minnesota Vikings? Man, I'm just like, man, come on. Now, what I will say, like I said, the Vikings, they acknowledged the arrest and they said they're gathering information, but they probably have the information that I have. They probably have some information that I don't have because they know the guy. And it's probably ain't the first time that he's done this or the second time that he's done that. Well, I just talked about 2 times that he did it, so it probably ain't the third time that he you got what I'm saying? I'm like, man, come on, man. They really need to get it together. They really need to get it together. Very disappointed. And Mr. Addison, very, very disappointed. Look, man, you got to make responsible choices as you navigate through life, especially when you are under public scrutiny. So when I'm looking at this incident, look, actions have a consequence. And you got to if you are a professional athlete, you got to maintain professional conduct, even when you're off the field, because that will impact your performance when you are on the field. It's very crucial. Now, like I said, I do believe in second chances, and I do believe that you have the potential to redeem yourself, to learn from your mistakes, especially if you're seeking counseling, you're seeking help, and that will basically drive your personal and professional growth. But I'm telling you, man, this really looks horrible. But despite the setbacks, Jordan Addison, I think he has a good, promising career, and he definitely has an interesting journey. You know what I'm saying? And then on your journey, this is what I want you to think about. Every challenge that is presented to you on your journey is an opportunity for you to grow as an individual. So let this situation right here motivate you to make better choices and seek guidance when you need it. Because I always tell my family, look, your life is defined by the decisions that you make. So you got to make good decisions. You got to make good choices. You got what I'm saying? And look, success is not just about talent, but it's about making responsible decisions and learning from past mistakes so that you can build a stronger, a better version, a more resilient individual in you. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, these are my thoughts. You leave your thoughts in the comment section and be on the lookout for more updates. Hey, it is what it is. Hey, stay on the grind. I'm going to talk to you later.